Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for giving me the floor so that I can share my opinion and insight about the development of high value-added maritime services in Hong Kong. I'm deeply honored to join this forum this morning. To start off, I need to briefly introduce myself. I'm Holden Chow. I'm a member of Legislative Council of Hong Kong, and I'm also the Vice Chairman of DAB. And I'm a lawyer by profession. You might wonder and be surprised, what sort of relationship do I have with the maritime services industry? Since I'm the vice chairman of DAB, I'm also the spokesperson for economic development affairs within the party. So I'm in a position to champion and advocate development of a new industry for Hong Kong. And all along, Hong Kong does very well in our financial sector and property sector, but I always believe that we need new pillar for our economy. And maritime services industry is indeed a good industry with good potential that we should further develop. So to start off, I just have to explain what do you mean by high value added maritime services. When we talk about maritime business, we think of containers, ports. These are sort of a mainstream maritime business. And the maritime services, which are the services derived from this mainstream business, including maritime insurance, shipbroking business, and lease and financing of vessels, and maritime arbitration. Now, you recall that earlier on I say that I'm in charge and I'm in a position to sort of champion and advocate for development of this new industry. So this actually lists out that from day one, I joined Electrical back in 2016. I've been working on this matter. This slide actually lists out some of the electoral questions I put forward to the government in order to press for development for this industry, and also some of the newspaper propagation. So this is what I've actually done over the past few years, which I'll come back later on. This is also the excerpt of my electoral speech. And from 2017 and 2018, which I'll come back again later on. Okay, so now let me turn to the edge of Hong Kong in the maritime services industry. What is our edge? Now, not many people notice that Hong Kong ranks number 4 in the whole world in terms of the total registered gross tonnage. That means a lot of ships around the whole world, they decide to register with Hong Kong. They're flying our Hong Kong SAR flag and sailing around the whole world. And if the ships are registered with Hong Kong, and of course they have incentive and very likely to use our additional professional services, including the services I mentioned. For example, maritime arbitration, shipbroking business. So you would understand this is very important for us to develop this sort of maritime service industry. Then you would ask, why are we so popular? Now, just a figure to share with you, a Hong Kong registered vessels has a detention rate of 0.84%, which is much lower than the world's average of 3.57%. What does it mean? That actually explains one of the reasons why we are so popular. So you imagine in the container business, imagine your vessel or container are parked somewhere, and you need to deal with some procedural matters on the spot. Then our marine department in Hong Kong comes into play, because you need the service from the marine department to sort out that sort of problem. Now imagine if your ship are detained in some ports around the world, anywhere, and if the marine department does not provide a quick service to you, does not provide a quick support to you, that means your container or your vessel will be detained there for a long period of time. The longer you're there, the higher cost you must bear because you can't do any more business. You're just staying there. So this is how the business are running. That's why I list out here, one of the factors is a timely service matters. And I would say that the Hong Kong Marine Department does very well in this connection. They provide quick and efficient support to the ships parking aboard. And the quicker the ship can leave the port, the better. So this is one of our edge. And when we talk about the efficiency of the Marine Department, I would say we do well in this regard, but there's still room for further development and further improvement. There's a latest development which I'm very proud of myself because I'm also one of the person to press for this sort of arrangement. Back in 2019, the government decided to make an arrangement to delegate the authority to deputies to issue necessary documents, including some exemption certificates. So what does it mean? Now, in the past, it's only the head of Marine Department has the authority to issue the necessary documents, including the exemption certificates to the vessels. Now, if you delegate the authority to more deputies, that means the progress will obviously be expedited. And the government actually responded to our request back in 2019. They start to have this sort of practice to delegate the authority to some other people. And also, they try to make use of the economic and trade officers, which is called the ETOs, scattered across the whole world to help deal with maritime matters. So now they start to deploy more staff at the ETO to help process these maritime matters. So that would speed up the entire progress. And I have spoken to some of the stakeholders in the maritime business, and they do welcome this sort of arrangement. But just to add one more point here, as I said, we do well, but it doesn't mean that there's no room for further improvement. Marshall Island is the champion in this connection. They are the most popular jurisdiction for the ships to be registered with. And why is that, you would ask? It's because they are offering 24 hours round-the-clock services to all the ships around the world. They have offices scattered across the whole world too, and they provide quick and 24-hour services, which is their edge. So I think that we can actually carry on with learning from Marshall Islands, and if we can further improve our efficiency to further speed up the progress, the better we are. So we're still working on that, and we still press for that too. Okay, so let us turn to another potential area for future development, which is marine insurance. Now, while Hong Kong has the fourth largest shipping registry in the whole world, the total marine insurance premium purchased in Hong Kong only represented 0.6% of the global total back in 2020. And to my understanding, that doesn't change much up to date. This is something that we need to work on. So I'll give you some sort of statistics here. Now, this is the statistics given by LegCo. And you would see that the champion is the United Kingdom, London. They are actually the global maritime hub. And most of the marine insurance premium are actually purchased in London. As compared to Hong Kong, it only constitutes 0.6% of the global amount. So that means we have a lot to catch up. There's still a long way to go. We still need to step up our effort to work on that. So what do we do then? Now, just to explain the situation here to all of you, indeed, we are quite popular among the foreign business. 12 out of the 13 members of the international group for P&I clubs have presence in Hong Kong, which is the largest cluster of representatives outside London. So in terms of popularity among the foreign insurers, we do quite well, I would say. But we're still not good enough to attract them to do the insurance business or to ask the people to purchase the insurance premium here. What does the government do? The government does make some effort in this connection. There is a tax concession scheme for marine insurance. It is effective since 2021. For marine insurers, they now only need to pay 8.25% of the profit tax. So that actually give incentive for insurance business to stay in Hong Kong and carry on with their business. And of course, if they station here, that would help them to expand their business. And of course, this is only something that we are doing right now, but it does need some more effort to work on this matter. So apart from marine insurance, what about shipbroking business? This is something that we also target. The Hong Kong government aims to woo more shipping brokerage business to station in Hong Kong. So this year, the government has formulated a dedicated tax regime with tax cuts to attract these sort of shipping commercial principles to station in Hong Kong. They are allowed to pay 8.25% of the tax rate too. Now here is some of our statistics on the job opportunities created in this industry. Now, as of 2020, over 6,500 employees were recruited under ship agents, ship brokers, and ship managers. And more important, going forward, the government estimates that over the next 10 years, it would create direct employment of approximately over 27,000 jobs and indirect employment of some sort of over 50,000 jobs due to the tax concession for this shipbroking business. So that means people from all walks of life would benefit from this sort of development. Now, this is some sort of statistics and the breakdowns of the number of companies and the employees provided by government in answering my electoral question. So you could see the breakdown of these companies, the employees, and also the number of shipbrokers and agents and managers. Yeah. Now we turn to the medium to long-term objective. What is our medium and long-term objective? In order to enhance the maritime services industry, I think what we must do is to woo more international maritime institutions to set up branches in Hong Kong. That would enable us to form a maritime cluster, which is very important because that would provide you with a one-stop shop service, which cover the shipping finance, shipbroking business, marine insurance, and also arbitration services. A very good example is London, which I have already mentioned. That they did very well. They are global maritime hub. Almost all of the important maritime international institution has several branch office in London or even their headquarters. So what about Hong Kong? Do we have any latest development? Yes, in 2019, the International Chamber of Shipping opened their first overseas office in Hong Kong outside London. And why would they open office in Hong Kong? Because they are eyeing China's market and of course our maritime status. Don't forget we have the 14th five-year plan of China. And under the plan, one of the Hong Kong's role is maritime hub, a global maritime hub. And we believe that the central government will provide all sorts of support in order to enable us to become a regional or even international maritime hub. So we have the confidence that we can make it, and with the support of the central government, as long as we have the determination to pursue this objective. Before I finish, I need to mention one more thing. In order to woo more international maritime business and institution to station in Hong Kong, one of our idea that we have already proposed to the government is, I think the government should earmark one designated area in Hong Kong so that all the maritime business and also important maritime institution would put their business there. And once you have that sort of location and designated area, which will create an icon of maritime business for Hong Kong, that will showcase the fact that we attach a lot of importance to maritime services industry. So I think the government should consider earmarking a designated area in Hong Kong, which would create an icon for maritime services industry. And of course, as I said, if you do that, that would not only create an icon for the rest of the world, and also that would provide one-stop shop services for everybody. And that would enable us to further enhancing the development of this industry. So I think going forward, I would be pressing the government for that. I will continue work on this issue. And of course, I'm happy to join hands with everyone here to pursue that sort of objective and work on this matter. So anyway, that's all of my presentation here. Again, I'm deeply honored to join this forum this morning. Thank you very much. And here's my Twitter account and Facebook account. Please follow me there. Thank you very much. Thank you.